like I said, I wanted to to watch the video of Selena Gomez crying, and then I saw it that he has it on his panel. Again, Piers Morgan, I love that guy. He's so smart, and it's so entertaining to see the group of different people. And again, like some of those opinions over there are ridiculous. Some of them make me mad, and it's just like they live through politics so much, and some of them are so disconnected. And speaking about disconnected, Selena Gomez, what she did. Let's see. So here we go. Piers Morgan, uncensored, and the part about Selena Gomez.
As we're speaking, what Selena Gomez, right? I'm going to play you a clip. This is exactly what I'm talking about the kind of ludicrous hysteria that the left.
I'm not gonna interrupt this time.
That they think
at least the Selina's part
makes the public laugh at them. Selena Gomez has decided that the correct response to so far a bunch of illegal immigrant criminals, including some despicable people, by the way, with despicable crimes, have been deported. That this is the correct response. Let's take a look.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. So many people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Now, there's a lot to unpack there.
Dude, that's ridiculous. Like, you know what you can do, Selena? Just move to Mexico. Just help all of those people who are getting deported. If they're not criminals, you can help them to start a life, right? You're rich, you're famous. I bet there's a lot of things you can do. And maybe you can even start a company that's actually going to help them get the proper paperwork and move to US legally. And the problem is solved, right? Hey, there's something you can do. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Freaking celebrity crying on the Instagram for illegal immigrants getting deported. Like, how disconnected are you? Did you even saw illegal immigrant in your life? Did you even saw immigrant in your life? I mean, I bet there's some immigrants doing some house chores for you, probably. But and I'm not trying to be rude to the immigrants. I'm immigrant, right? But yeah, like seriously, why should we care about these celebrities and their? It's not even political opinion. It's just meltdown, like nonsense. I'm sorry, but it makes me feel like, did you take your pills today? Are you drunk? Are you on drugs? What are you talking about? Like, are you at the airport or in the whatever store watching a raid on illegal immigrants? What are we talking? What are you crying about? Like, and what do you expect that it's gonna solve? Like she said, like if there's something I can do, yeah, there's fucking something you can do, and I just mentioned what you can do. So sorry, no sympathy for you, and I'm sorry, but no sympathy for the illegal immigrants. Like, yeah, some of them. I don't know. It's like I know not all of them are bad. Obviously, not all of them are bad. But you're in the country illegally. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I wanted to immigrate to US. You know why I didn't? Because I didn't have money for the flight. I didn't have money for all of the paperwork, all of that stuff. Did I just cross the border? I mean, back then I was living in Europe, right? But no, I didn't try to sneak myself into the US and yeah. And like, okay, I have a tourist visa for US, and I got them before I moved to Canada. Did I just use it to enter the US and stay there illegally? No. And another thing, just me having tourist visa means that someone did some kind of background check on me, that there's some record about me. And they know I entered the country. So like, yeah, there's a bunch of issues with that, and I'm almost positive that once President Trump deports all of the criminals, and then he's gonna go to the people who live in the US for years, I'm pretty sure they're gonna take it on case-to-case basis. And I don't know how it is in the US, but in Canada, if one family member has a citizenship, it's so much easier for the rest of the family to get the citizenship. So let's say if they have a kids that they were born in the US, which they probably were, because otherwise I don't know how you accept the kid to the school if the kid itself is illegal immigrant, right? So if you have a kid with the citizenship, you should be able to get at least freaking permanent residency. Like, I don't know what the rules are in the US, right? Maybe I'm just completely off on this, but like, what are we talking about? First, the primary thing that Trump is trying to do is get rid of the criminals that are illegally in US. And those people, I'm sorry, but they don't deserve anyone crying for them. And what's going on with them? They're not refugees. So obviously, they just decided to leave their country, even though the country might not be great, right? Like, sucks to be born somewhere where it's not good, but it happens. And these people make it, they find a way to immigrate to US legally. It's not like everyone from Mexico, from Africa, from, I don't know, South America is in the US illegally, right? Like, people figured it out. So again, like, yeah, kind of took me from Selina's post to the immigration itself. But yeah, it's ridiculous how the celebrities think that we actually care about their opinion after everything they've done. Like, after seeing all of this bullshit during COVID, oh, stay home, wear a mask, blah blah blah, will be good. Yeah, you freaking have everything at home. You have cinema, you have basketball court, you have everything. Normal people don't have that luxury. Normal people need to go to work, otherwise they lose even that little house they have. And like, the celebrities are gonna tell us bullshit like this, and that's where it started, where I believe most of the people realize the disconnection between normal people and the celebrities. And Selena Gomez, she's a singer, right? Like, I'm sorry, I know the name, but isn't she actress as well? I'm pretty sure she played in some movies. Like, this is freaking Oscar performance. If you're not high, or if you're not on drugs, or if you didn't forget if you're taking antidepressants and you didn't forget your dosage, this is freaking Oscar performance. Like, can we just nominate her? Let's watch it again, even though it makes me crazy mad. But yeah, let's do it one more time, and then I swear I'm gonna let Piers talk.
This is the correct response. Let's take a look.
I love the little Mexican flag over there.
Only people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything. I
Sorry, I know I said I'm gonna let Pierce talk, but you know what's funny? If it was the other way around, if she was Republican, I'm pretty sure the liberals would be like, what's with that Mexican flag? You think all the illegal immigrants are Mexican? Oh, that's racist. You're such a bad person. You know, I bet there would be someone like this. Like, yeah, let's just carry on.
Now, there's a lot to unpack there, but you should know that she almost immediately deleted it because the instant reaction
I wonder why.
was to absolutely ridicule this absurdly narcissistic response from somebody trying to make this all about her, weeping for people, in some cases I've seen, rapists and murderers. What is she crying?
But yeah, it's definitely narcissistic because, like I said, she has money, she has some kind of power, there is something she can actually do. And she's not doing it. All she's looking for is response, reply, attention. She's yeah. No, I'm not gonna say this, but yeah, let's continue.
In some cases, like right here in my state, it was a U.S. citizen and veteran, Piers, that was also detained without a warrant at his place of work. So, I mean, if you...
Tell us more. Why? Why was he detained? If he's U.S. citizen, obviously there's no issue about immigration. His place of work. Was he giving jobs to illegal immigrants? Pretty much evading taxes, giving a lower salary than it's possible. Like, I don't know, you can't mention accusations like this without the whole context. Of course, mistakes happen, but if he's really US citizen, how hard is it to prove that you are really US citizen? If you're veteran, obviously it's not hard to prove. So, tell us the whole story, not just this.
If you want to talk about the rapists and criminals that are being detained, but you're just going to not refer to those situations as well, we're not really painting a full picture. And I want to just stop really quickly on the emotion that she expressed there. We are traumatizing our society as we speak. We are traumatizing our children. There are kids in my town where I live. My kids are 12 and almost 12 and 15 years old, and they ask me every day. My friends want to know when their parents are going to be taken, and will they...
You know when? When they won't be able to prove that they're in the country legally. And if you are a parent that's illegally in a country, you're an irresponsible parent. I understand that you want what's best for your kids. But you know what's best for your kids? If you do your freaking paperwork so no one can put you in jail for this shit. Like, what are we talking about? Like, again, if the kid is in the school, shouldn't the kid be citizen or permanent resident? Like, there should be some record about them in the system. Like, don't tell me that you can just go to school and be like, hey, I'm here. Don't ask me about my name, where I live, what's my citizenship, whatever. Like, there's no paperwork to fill out in the US for the kids to go to school. Like, I don't know, for me, it was like the whole process, even for elementary school. Like, I had to choose 1 out of 3 schools, went there just to see how it's gonna work out. And then we filled out everything. Like, obviously not me, but my parents, right? Signed me in. What are we talking about here? Sorry, I'm getting a little bit comfy, a little bit sloppy, but yeah, it's a ridiculous argument.
They have to go go too. And if they don't go, who will take care of them? There was a video that went around my town last night that children here thought was real of ICE coming and taking kids out of
So
their
let me
homes.
ask you.
This
All right, let me
is
ask you. Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Piers.
Okay, Jojo, let me ask you. So do you believe then that it is entirely correct and proper that illegal immigrants who've entered the country illegally and are then criminals who've broken the law, that they should be allowed to stay? And what about the million people who've already been processed for deportation under the Biden administration but weren't actually deported? Would you keep them as well? In other words, for you, is there no limit to what people can do? They can come in illegally, they can break the law with impunity, they can be processed for deportation,
Never
but
said
still
that.
you want to keep them in America. Well, what are you saying? It's important to clarify it.
Well, I never said.
That's what I was talking about. Like liberals and Democrats, they always talk, but no solution. And I just realized another point. Like the schools or public schools are funded from the taxpayers' money, right? So if the kid, let's say there's some crazy possibility that the kid's in the school while the kid itself is illegal, right? So doesn't it mean that he's using taxpayers' money? Doesn't it mean that the US citizens and people who are legally in the US paying their taxes, they're pretty much paying for this illegal kid? Again, I don't think that's even a possibility that you can be illegal immigrant, be a kid, and go to school. But yeah, wouldn't it mean that they're again taking money from the normal citizens and residents and whatever? Let's just listen to her mumble, and then we're gonna move on to another topic because it's getting ridiculous. Honestly, there's just a level of stupidity I can handle during the day, and I'm really hitting that cap right now.
That, but I never said that at all. In fact, I will say that, first of all, my father was an immigrant who came here lawfully from Lebanon, worked for 50.
Exactly, come to the country legally, worked for 50 years, paid taxes. Why are you even comparing it?
Years for the Department of Defense, believed in a shining city on a hill. I would also say that if we're going to have that I believe that, by the way, there's much reform to be made to the immigration process in this country. If I were an expert on that, I'd have a very different job. I'm not. I will say that it needs to be done and needs to be addressed. But if we're going to have the conversation about consequences and rule of law, then we need to have that conversation about somebody sitting on your panel right now who is a January 6th insurrectionist.
Here we go. So she's just deflecting, like doesn't know shit. Like, I'm sorry, I'm so tired of this. But yeah, since I ended up during accusation, she's talking about this guy who just went to sleep. Well, no, just obviously I paused it at the perfect time. Look at her. Oh, she looks kind of like liberal. Sorry, I had to, come on. Like, yeah. But anyway, she's talking about this guy who was prosecuted for January 6th, but he actually didn't do any violent acts. All he did was just filming with his crew, making some video. He was away from the capital. He was just somewhere on the outskirts, and yeah, so that's pretty much about it. He was just present, and he was Republican. Like, obviously there's a little bit more to it. If you want to hear more, I pinned the link for this video, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube as well once I post it. But yeah, that's about Selina Gomez right now.